I promised you, today we are going to work on the mobility with the different aids I have. I'm going to talk to you about canes, walkers, and gait trainers to inspire you to walk. But it's your decision and you have to make it. And that's what I want. I'm going to introduce you to canes first. How I started, I had a lot of loss of balance. So I started with what we call the walking pole. The walking pole is, they use them for climbing, for hiking, right? Actually. And of course you have two. But what's wrong with them? Well, first of all, they're not that safe. The balance is compromised. It helps a lot with the arms. The rubber wears out very, very quickly. Already, I was changing the rubber all the time because you slide very easily, which is what I wanted to try to say in the tips chapter the other day. And then when the surface is wet, you can slide too. You need two of them. But if you're just starting out with the sclerosis, take a little bit of arm out, look, a little bit, and get two of them. They're like XXX dollars, and you can buy them anywhere, okay? Then, what I am going to show you, what I use the most at the moment, okay? Which are the crutches? There are two kinds. I am going to show you how I walk with them, right? But, well, you see they are exactly the same. Only one is open and one is closed. I really like the open ones. Why is that? Especially in countries where you see the change of season, you have to put on a sweater, a coat. When you put your arm in, you support it and that's it, right? But what happens if you have a coat and you have to tuck your arm in here? You're going to see that there's a difficulty. The sweater, whatever you have, it's difficult, okay? Sure, I'm in Florida and it's very easy for me. So most of the time I don't wear long sleeves, but it has happened to me that with long sleeved shirts, it gets a little bit stuck. So, but I love them, I love these too. But I'm going to show you how I walk with these. They're very, very, very secure, even in the rain. Because you support your forearm, you can stand very straight. How do you stand very straight? I'm going to show you a trick that I do. That trick is to say, I don't care. When you say, I don't care, you put your shoulders up, right? I don't mind, and the shoulders get set. And your back stays very, very straight. So I don't care, let's go, let's walk. Sickness is not an option. It's not health. It is movement. And the Japanese say that, but it says it all. In movement, there is health and there is energy. Come on, let's go. Look, I show you. You can think about movement. You can walk slower or you can walk slower. But you keep doing the movement. You feel confident, and you're exercising anyway. It's great for the house. Look, a little walk, a little spin. When you're at home, it's great. Why? I have many friends who have the walker inside. It is very uncomfortable. If you have a big house, unless you don't have a lot of furniture, it's obstacles at the end of the day. So this is much easier. This is much easier. That one day you feel good. There are times when I don't even wear both of them. I leave one and walk. For example, I'm almost left-handed. So I walk with one. You have to do the arm movement. But don't worry. We have a physical therapist who will explain all the movements well. I am telling you that it is not methodology and it is not scientific. It is what works for me. So now I'm going to show you what kind of walkers I have. I hope this part has helped you. Let's continue. And now, walkers. As you can see, I have 3. It depends on the day, it depends on where I go, it depends on how tired I am. I do one thing or another, and I'll tell you the differences, okay? This one, it's nice, isn't it? The color, I bought this one in Spain. Well, it has a little pouch, and of course it has a seat. I like it a lot because if you're tired, they have a seat. But what's the important thing about this? Who brakes this? This doesn't have a brake. It's braked by your own weight. For example, I'm walking. How do I brake? I support myself. Already? I keep walking. I support myself. One of these walkers has a price of about $1. And it weighs 7 pounds. Already? It's the lightest of all of them. But I'm telling you, it's comfortable. I like it. When I get tired, I stop and put it on. I always try to keep my posture. I always try to use crutches more than walkers because of my back. Because of my back, my lower back hurts a lot, but we are going to solve this too. How do you solve it? By strengthening the back with exercise. There is no other way. Not by putting tiger cream on it. That helps me if it really hurts. Or taking a Tylenol, something for the pain. But you have to work on your back. So what I feel is that with walkers, I put my back at 45 because I forget, because I'm tired and it's easier. So look at the posture of the people who walk with a walker a lot, They have their back at 45. Let's think about standing up straight. Well, you see that. Now the regular walker, the one everybody has, where is the brake? Well, the brake is here, like a bicycle, right? The brakes are here, the brakes are removed. This one goes much faster because your body doesn't intervene here, you don't put weight on it, right? But notice that this one, I feel that when I've been walking for a while, I fall back into this. And before, my posture was much more upright. But what I like is that I'm tired. I brake and I sit down. I got tired. I sat down. They're pretty stable. Another thing you can't do, although I do, people use it as a wheelchair. So they take the brake off and somebody carries you. Dangerous, I've fallen off too. Although I tell you that now there are some walkers that have a wheelchair function. I have seen them too, they are a little more expensive. This walker is a little bit more, about $60. And it weighs, I'm going to cut the weight for you, like $25, something like that. Okay? Well, you've seen how it works. You saw how it works. And now the movie star, I'm going to show up. I'm going to NASA. But no, I'm not at NASA. I'm here in Florida. I saw it in a medical store and I said, but what is this? This is a marvel. They call it a tall walker, upper walker, right? It's got an accent too, as you can see. Which I love. Why? Look how you support the forearm. The forearms are here and the brake is here. We're going. There's no way your posture is wrong here because you're standing. You're walking, you're standing. You can think about your posture all the time, that you have to be straight. What is the only thing that I have seen that doesn't give me confidence? Well, it's a little heavy. It's pretty heavy, right? If you go on a slope, you can go sideways a little bit. I feel the stability. It depends, doesn't it? If there is a slope, Going downstairs is also a little bit complicated. I'm going to show you how I go up and downstairs indistinctly with them, right? And with the crutches too, in the next chapter, the next episode, sorry, but I'm going to see if I can show you today. I love this one. This one costs about, they start at $160. Eventually you can buy a used one. There's 20,000 pages of buy all this stuff used. But it works for me. We have to walk. There is no other option for energy and excitement to get us to this wonderful park where I am standing right now. We continue with wheelchairs. Well, finally, wheelchairs. I know that there are people who have these injuries that can still be reversed. We are not going to throw in the towel. Every 7 years, the body totally renews itself. And it can. The main thing is not to stay at home when I am tired, which is, it's perfectly, well, that you are tired, that you are sad, or that you have no energy. You have to go out. You have to go out. You have to go out and see this wonderful sunshine, and we have to go. These regular wheelchairs cost like $300, and they weigh a lot. They weigh a lot. Dollars, and they weigh quite a bit. They weigh about 40 pounds. I have a hard time getting them in the car. I used to be able to do it. Now I ask for help. But still, what they give you is a lot of independence. I go wherever I want. Look, this, I'm going, I go. It can be slower, slower. But I want to inspire you not to stay in the house, not to stay in that place. Breathe. I'm going to show you how to do seated exercises with the person who helps me sometimes, who is a personal trainer. You can do 20,000 things sitting too. You can come to this, to a park. You can read, you can exercise, you can stretch, you can breathe. It doesn't make any difference. This other chair is a transport chair. They are very good. They weigh very little too. This one doesn't weigh anything, but of course you need a person to help you transport it. They cost about $120 approximately. And they weigh about 22 pounds. That's nothing. What's the downside? Well, somebody has to push you. But I tell you, even I could do it by myself. You saw that I have serious mobility problems, but I don't stay at home. There's nothing to stop me. When I go to the supermarket, sometimes I put a big bag and tell my daughters to take me shopping. Then I could get down the chair by myself, but of course I need someone to push me. So while you sit down, you put your little feet and you put on a bag where you're going to put your items or a basket or a box, whatever you want. And while you take off the brake and someone pushes you. But it does take away your independence. Whatever you decide is fine. The important thing is to keep going. Champions don't give up, and you are one. See you in the next chapter. See you in the next chapter. Blessings.